Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're having a good week. Hope things are going okay for you. Today we're playing more Elden Ring, and I'll tell you in advance, I am very tired today. So, we'll probably be doing a lot of very low-key things. And by low-key, I mean at least I'm not planning to go start any Legacy Dungeons today. I know what I plan to do today, and I have no idea how long it's going to take. We're going to go up here and clear that place out, get Millicent her arm, and then just do whatever else. I'm leaning a little bit towards Mount Gelmir just because we've already cleared out much of the pre-Leyndell outskirts section of the map. There isn't too much else to do. We still need to go kick this guy's butt. And then I think there are a couple of random things in or around this stretch. We'll see. I kind of want to check out that church too. But yeah, we're probably not going to go proper into Volcano Manor. We're probably not going to go proper into Leyndell. We are gonna go do some of the Volcano Manor requests that we can, and we might go down to Starfall Crater. But anyway, yeah. So I think let's start by going and getting the map because I like being able to see. I think there are a bunch of hands out here too. Oh, I think he heard me. Oh, there are marionettes, aren't there? Things you forget. Nice. Not a great portent of things to come today, but also I forgot that there were marionettes, so we'll deal with them more appropriately. Are they just standing here, or did they jump down from somewhere? I see. There, okay, there's one. I see you. You've got glowing eyes. I'm curious what those are. They look like summon signs of some sort. Okay, bruh. You're not dead from that. Okay, fine. Oh, it's just a well-rated message. Okay. Alexander? I thought this a mountain of fire, but I hardly feel a thing. I'll have to head further down. Okay. I have a vague memory of where he is, so don't worry, we will track him down eventually. Again, I'm pretty sure there are a bunch of hands around here. It'll come back eventually. Okay, so it does roll around there. But it's also slow? We're just meandering. Ta. I'm just so bad. I'm so bad. It's fine. It's fine. That looked like a good hit. Okay. Whew. Third time and whatnot. Yeah, there are the hands. Mostly just gonna ignore them because it's a luxury we can afford. I think a hand jumps down from above, or they crawl out from the side. That's fine. Ow, you prick. Come on. Bastards with your messages, piss off. This is why it's easier to play offline. Mother. Are you happy, messages? Are you happy? Are you happy? They're probably very happy. If they knew that I nearly died because of them, they'd probably be very happy. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is where the... because you can see the chopped down Erd tree. I'm pretty sure this is where you get the... I forget what it's called. The Flask of Wondrous Physic tier that gives you infinite mana or FP for like, I don't know, 7 seconds, 8 seconds. Talking to this guy. Lord Rykard, if this putrid field of death is what your blasphemy would bring, then I can no longer abide. No one can. Come on. Soldiers just hanging out. As I recall, some of the people around, there's a section of Mount Gelmir where people are madness inflicted. And it does make me wonder whether madness in this game is like conventional madness, insanity, whether it is what's it called? Conventional madness, whether it's a specific affliction caused by the Three Fingers, or whether the distinction between the two doesn't matter in the context of Elden Ring. Because the little guy who was on the ground there was like, oh, well, I can't stand this because you're insane or whatever. No one can abide this. It's too much. Your blasphemy is too much for us. And if the soldiers who were Rikers, assuming they were Rikers in the first place, oh, frick. Assuming they were Rikers in the first place, if they went insane because of the things they had to do in service to Volcano Manor and the blasphemous Riker, that could be interesting. Or it's possible that their experience with blasphemy led them to seek out the Three Fingers, and it is not necessarily a specific cause-effect relationship. Yeah, as long as you get far enough away, it's usually alright. Ow, that hitbox is BS. And not a second time. That's something at least. Even though this guy appeared in a puff of Deathblight, I'm glad that he doesn't inflict Deathblight. Oh, perfect timing to get on Torrent. Ow. Ow! And a greedy dismount to cap it all off. It's fine. Please don't fall off. Okay. Anyway. Stories, a lot of good, like, fantasy fiction. The genesis of certain ideas comes as a, like, what if this happened when that happened? What if X, then what about Y? And it was just interesting to consider whether madness is a natural phenomenon in the world and is just what we would consider madness, a lack of rational control brought about by trauma, or whether it is specifically Three Fingers associated and something completely different diegetically. And I didn't dodge at the right time, so we're gonna get toasted. Yeah, that's fine. That's not fine doing it again, you prick. I usually do stay locked on for these fights. I don't know whether that's a good thing or not. Generally it's fine, and generally I get killed the most when I don't see it doing an attack, so staying locked on, it's a bit of whiplash, but... And I didn't get on quickly enough to avoid that, but that's okay. I don't know why that disengages it, like, what's the point? Ow. Usually you get through the tail, you'll get clipped on it by on it in that way. There we go. Nice. Ah, too slow again. We dodged. We probably would have died if we'd gotten grabbed by that. Yeah. Got him. Cool. The Cerulean Hidden Tier is the one. That's the one that gives you infinite FP for a period of time. To be fair, it also could just be that the person who was complaining about blasphemy was complaining about the destruction of an Erd tree. That's pretty standard. People take offense at that quite frequently. Even if it is just a minor one or a seedling or whatever. So, anyway, could be reading too much into the idea of madness, but it's interesting to say the least, and that's part of the fun of a mythos developed by an actual fantasy author rather than just sci-fi nerds or computer nerds. I think I'm gonna die if I jump down there. I think I'm gonna die. But I also could not. I might not die. And so begs the question, do we jump down there? I think no. I think we'll come back around. So let's just head back here. Head to our daily dose of the madness that Miyazaki brings with his level design. So, anyway, it's a team of people at From Software. It's not just him who likes poison swamps. Clearly, lots of people like poison swamps in From Software. Yeah, I was wondering what the bubbles were. It's a weak crab, though. Okay. Ignore the dragonfly. There's a cave somewhere along this road. I think it's where that guy is running from. This poor guy. I feel like the trolls get a really bad rep in this game, both lore-wise and because they're kind of pansy enemies that just hit hard and are not too hard to dodge. But like they're relatives of the giants, and because they're relatives of the giants, they're punished by Marika and the Golden Order. Marika is what I was going to say, as in the way Gideon Ofnir says Marika. How many of those do I have, by the way? I've got one left. That's a little alarming, but there are a bunch that we can go back and buy at various merchants, so not too bad. And there is something up there. Activate the Grace first. I think that's enough to level up, so we can buff our vigor. 36,000 for the next. I think I jumped off a little prematurely. But at most, it's a couple of smithing stones, I think. So I'm not too desperate. I'll pull the lever, but let's go explore first before we go back up. Or this is a long cave. Smithing Stone 5s are pretty good. That is just barely not quite one hit is a frustrating sign. We're going to need more Somber Smithing Stones. Because there's very little worse than dealing just a few points of damage off of one hit KOing people. Okay, we can go through either side, so I'm not too stressed about one or the other. Hey man, just wanted to say thanks for not attacking in any meaningful way and getting staggered by every hit I did. I really appreciate it. Okay. Your friend, though. He learned something from you. Troll's Hammer. That's a strength weapon that we can consider. I mean, we're still gunning for the Smithing Stone 6. We're still gunning for the Sentinel Halberd. Once we eventually have enough strength to wield it properly. Okay. We have a fire spell, so we'll give that a shot. Unless I see the boss and decide that they're stupid for saying that. Glitching dog. Let's top off our health before we walk in. Oh, we missed. Okay, well. Weak foe ahead is right. Hits hard, but even my slicing weapon is doing a number on it. Four stomps, huh? Cool. Some people's kids. I feel like there might be a second boss somewhere in this cave, but I don't think I care enough at the moment to investigate further. Okay. We'll want to explore up here eventually, but let's go get Millicent's arm first. Unless this is... No, this is good. One of the Volcano Manor requests is right here, I believe. And I remember a lot of explosions and dying stupidly a lot. But look, it's a poison swamp in the middle of nowhere. Apropos of nothing, just toxic frickin' waste. Miyazaki, you outdid yourself this time. I think we're fine level-wise here. It probably won't be much of an issue, but you know, there are a couple. There's a Royal Revenant that's a real pain in the neck. There are a bunch of these guys that are really annoying, and they don't die easily. Ah. Yeah, wasn't expecting to suddenly take a bunch of damage from the wriggling remains of the organs of these zombies. And we're back. I think the site of grace is on the right side. So maybe I'll head there first. This is not the way I went just barely. But I'm curious where this will get me. It's not die meaningless death to full damage. 30,000 runes on the line. Yeah, there's the site of grace. I'm gonna go pick up my runes first. Just real quick. Good old torrent doesn't get affected by poison swamps. Maybe we should have hose too. Is it the hooves, the forelimbs, the whole spectral steed business, or is he just built different? I think it reasonably could be any or all of those. Yeah. Crawl out of the ground. No one cares. No one cares. Can't crouch to get under there. Is there anything even up there? There's a painting. There's a painting. Champion's song, huh? Oh, you prick. They made perfume bottles a weapon in the DLC. I never tried them because they didn't scale with what I had on my playthrough. But I'm curious about them. I would like to give them a shot at some point. But you know, since they only drop in the DLC, it's kind of a new game plus weapon rather than a new game weapon. So there was that one item there. generally speaking, you never need environmental props to get to items. That looks like you fall down from a ledge on the side there. The real reason this place, not the real reason those zombie enemies suck is that they don't de-aggro very quickly. They stay aggroed, and that means that you can't open your map because they don't want you to just be able to teleport out of whatever problems you're facing, which is reasonable and fair, but very inconvenient when you're just trying to run through a place. Yeah, it looks like that's a drop down from above or a jump across the crenellation over there. Maybe we'll go investigate that first. I mean, if we had not destroyed that, would be able to get up more easily, but again, usually it's not required to do stuff like that. I also don't think I can make that jump. Maybe I could have. It would take running start, so let's just keep exploring for now. Whatever. I don't know why this particular poison swamp made such an impression on me in my first playthrough. I know rationally that the Scarlet Rot Lake exists and is like the most iconic and disgustingly inconvenient section of the game for poison swamp fetishist Hidetaka Miyazaki, but this is the one that I think of when I think Poison Swamp Elden Ring, hence the name of the title, or name of the stream. I am curious. I signed up for the Duskbloods playtest. I think they said that the people who were selected would be picked already. I haven't gotten an email, so I don't know if I made it in. I'll have to check that up on that. But I wonder what fresh hells await in Duskblood's level design, if indeed it's going to have similarities to other From Software titles, because I mean it's structurally very different from Dark Souls and whatnot. But design-wise, and if Miyazaki himself is in charge, then, you know, how many poison swamps can we expect? Miyazaki was not the game designer of Night Rain, and yet there is an entire region that is scarlet rotted, essentially. Oh no. Ugh. Disgusting. So I'm curious about that. I'm also curious about whatever new game they're working on, because even frickin' Sekiro has one formal poison swamp, and I think another, because there's the area, the hideout the stretch leading up to the hideout area that has poison on the ground everywhere. And then I thought Mibu Village had some kind of status effect that perpetuated the area. But it's been 4 years. No, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. It's been 4 years since I played Sekiro, and so my memory's a little faulty. Maybe 5. It was like 2021 when I beat that game. Keep it inside, man. You know, this is why we have spells, right? This is why we have ranged options, so we don't have to just run up and die to perfumer explosions. You can come over here, because my range exceeds yours. For the most part. Yeah, how's that drink, bud? How's it taste? I don't think there's anything here. Just this guy stelling melancholically. And this, I think, is where we jumped up from originally. Because there's this guy on the side that's going to try to jump at us. Another perfumer here. I don't think there's a way up on this pillar. The slugs make this place reminiscent of Baron Keep in Dark Souls 3. Colors are a little different, but vibe-wise it's pretty similar. As in, I want to get out of here and don't make me stay here any longer than I need to. Ah, yeah. Anyone have a good reason for why these flowers are able to draw down light from the heavens on a whim? I got fire arrows too, because I don't think this is going to be enough to... I wanted to commit to that fireball. I can also just jump down there if I really want, but spoiler alert, I don't really want to. Also, that's what we're hoping for. Okay, we're clear. All for a smithing stone 5. I love the way that the poison colors the cape, though. Like, look at that. Look at that. That's a nice touch. Who needs soap, am I right? Anyway. Oh, bugger. I don't have any heals and I don't have any FP left, so... that sentence didn't really mean anything. I don't have any FP, and I don't have any flasks left, so I don't have the means to cast heal and get out of jail free with that guy. Mother trucker. I don't want to fight this guy. I really don't. I'm just gonna run. We'll get poisoned. And he might kill us before we can climb this ladder. But if we can climb this ladder, I think we're pretty safe. And you can drink Estus on ladder, friggin' flasks on ladders. That's cool. I didn't know that. Because there's another site of grace not too far in here. I'm pretty sure there's one up there at that portcullis. That you get to from that ladder or that roof. So let's do some jumping, shall we? Because I don't want to just lose a full level and a half worth of runes. So let's more vigor, please. Okay, we're going to avoid using our FP until we clear out the guys, the Royal Revenants. I don't think I can get back up. I was thinking about going and duking it out with that guy, but not... They sometimes drop things. They don't usually drop, like, world boss item drops. That's gonna be poison again. Maybe? Maybe? Hey. Okay. I think that is how we get down. All these poison arrows on you. Ow. Ooh, you have a shield. You're so cool. Yeah, get up here. Get up here. Ooh, a headscarf? Nice. Like armor. The perfume bottle is for crafting, not as a weapon. If you were wondering. You can make perfumes, one-time use. Mostly stat buffs. Jars tend to be the damaging options, whereas perfumes are the stat boosting things. Okay, now we just have to not fall too far, and that's a meaningful prize. A meaningful prize, a reward. the range for what qualifies as a heal on these guys is pretty good. I don't think I've ever successfully healed twice in a fight with them. Ghost Glove Ward 4 is fine. So I don't know whether you can just heal again and kill them right away. My practical assumption has always been that it's a one and done kind of trick. But so if you have experience, if you have experimented with that, then let me know. I might equip Urgent Heal again, just for the sake of revenants showing up. Oh, I think we already went down there. So mostly we're just checking to see if there's anything standing here. Doesn't look like it. And then there was a little bit more of a continuation over here that we ignored because we were poisoned. So we'll run through here. The backswing for the scythe is pretty helpful in fighting enemies that don't stay next to each other. Like that, the range on the follow through does work. I'm also tangentially and completely apropos of nothing on stream, disappointed in my stomach because I had a nice solid meal before starting stream and I'm already hungry. There we go. We're gonna fight, or we're gonna try to fight Elmer the Briar first before we head out of here. Because he drops a cool sword, even if we'll never use it. There's another Royal Revenant over there somewhere. So we're going to need to drink up. Do we need to go back up that ladder? I don't think so, but... I just want to check, just in case. Double perfumers. I'll probably, next time we're outside of Grace, if I remember to, I'll probably equip a second flask of Cerulean Tears. I just needed enough stagger to get one attack in. Another headscarf. And a smithing stone fire. That's okay. Eat it. It knocked this guy off the horse if you didn't see. Okay. And a wild drop off that probably doesn't have anything. We, at some distant point in the future, we're going to want to have more FP, but currently in our leveling up needs, we can't afford it. So we'll just do more flask charges for the time being. Muspara is ruined. Just deserts for falling for that severed harpy. No surprise that guilty cretin took the castle and our storied soul. Harpy? I'm assuming harpy is meant to be a derisive term for Valkyrie, and implying that Millennia is the in question. Excuse me. Ellie. You go first. Can we lock on, please? Dice. Dice, come on. My weapon clips a little better than yours does, Paige. Nope. I think we go out first and then up. Maybe not. Maybe it is up first. Okay, so we'll come around the back because Starlight Shards are good. Cool, cool. Oh, you followed me all the way over, huh? Be a good boy and get staggered. Thank you. Thank you. My first playthrough, I was terrified of these guys for some reason. they're annoying in Caleb for sure, but I don't know. I don't know if they're as scary as I remember them being. I was curious why we could get up there. And that is much closer to the site of grace than going all the way back around would be. Pro tip, after you do all the Volcano Manor quests, you can find patches here. And he will do a little bit of continuation for specifically Lady Tamith. I should have healed before walking in, but it's fine. He hits pretty hard, not gonna lie. We hit fairly hard too, but we're gonna need to be a lot better than that if we're gonna beat him today. And I'm probably use Spirit Summons, just because that's 34,000 souls on the line. Of course, we could also just use a Bird Tree Branch Sacrifice Fragment, whatever they're called in this game. Or if we get a Homeward Bone equivalent options to rescue our souls if we decide to give up early on this guy. He's not dissimilar from a Crucible Knight. This is why, but it's fights like these that are why I wish From Software games had a boss rush mode. Generally, Sekiro obviously does, but there are so many fights that I'm not gonna play another 50 hours of Elden Ring just to experience again. And so I never have the chance to really get good. I either stomp them as a result of being over-leveled for an area, or get lucky once and then just end up dissatisfied with, oh, that was a bad roll. But not lethal. That was pretty lethal. Anyway, it would be nice to be able to practice against some of these harder bosses that are, like, way out of the way. And I've looked for mods of that sort and haven't found one. 34,000 souls runes is a lot, but I think I'll be okay if I end up losing them. For being Elmer of the Briar, I thought his attacks would deal bleed. Bastard. Okay. Let's try just dodging for a sec and see if I can figure out some of his attack patterns rather than just being greedy. As well, again, whenever we want to just wrap this fight up, I can summon Latenna at the entrance to the fight, and she'll just shoot him while I bully him, and that will probably get it dead. Again, it's one of those fights that I would like to be familiar with, that I'd like to learn how to win better. Yeah. So sometimes he'll do magic attacks instead of a normal chain. And that rush will get you halfway across the room. And if you stay too far away, he's going to do his magic sword attack. That magic sword attack. Okay. Good progress, good progress. Take a drink. Oh, that's new. And so, yeah, like, that's cool. That's great. We did it. We spent some time. We figured out the fight a little bit. But I feel like by the time I get back here, I'm not going to remember everything, at least, that I picked up. Anyway, just mild, incoherent ramblings on this fine day in July. The greedy part of me wants to say, hey, we haven't been dying with 36 vigor. We're okay. And just put points into strength again. It's possible Mount Gelmir is going to be a little bit more forgiving, or we're just going to regret spending this point. But I think I'm here to regret things today. Okay. Let's go back here. It doesn't look like there's anything on this side immediately. Basilisks. We could jump up there, but I think that's the part we've already seen. Last week I was not quite complaining, but I was being a bit mouthy about not liking the color orange all that much. But I also think that fall is one of the best seasons, and autumnal vibes are generally pretty good. Verb. Yeah. I like fall mostly for two reasons. I like dark, cloudy days, and in many of the places that I've lived, you get a lot of rain or snow in fall. And so I like dark clouds and overcast, cold days, and I like the cold. I think winter is great because I love being cold, and I like snow a lot, but my friends tend to want to do less in the winter. They would rather just stay home and be warm and or sad. But it's more likely that I can do things outside and otherwise just do things in general with my friends during the fall, and so that's one of the benefits to it over winter. whenever you see one of those half cups or half bowls, there will always be starlight shards next to them, unless there's a specific upgraded version. I think there's one. And starlight shards are a currency that you can use with Preceptor Celibus to get, I believe, some spells or spirit ashes. I don't remember which. Yeah. You're the castellan of the Shaded Castle. See, you deal bleed. Hey, bud. Nice. Golem's Halberd is another strength weapon that could be used. I don't trust you. I don't trust lots of messages next to cliffs. Okay. So let's go give Millicent her present. Let's go up and explore that, and then let's do a couple of disparate things real quick.
Now, I'm tracing the path Melania took. She's passed into the lands that lie beyond the Erd Tree. Are you giving me this arm? Thank you. I am in your debt yet again, I think. If the arm serves well enough, it might be possible for me to wield a sword again. If the arms, it might be perhaps then I can aid you in battle.
She is a summon for a number of fights, I believe. I don't remember. I've never summoned her. The only NPC summons I've ever used are the ones for Prime Consort Radon and Nefeli Lu to summon for fighting Godric. But I'm pretty sure you can summon her for a number of things. Okay, fine. You spot me from half a mile away, I'll come beat you up. Ooh, you got a big skelly skeleton friend. Try me. I'm a little concerned if it's facing toward him now, but... There's a single Tibia Mariner that has ever given me a meaningful degree of trouble, and that's the one in the Mountaintops of the Giants. And even then, it's not terribly difficult. It's just inconvenient because the tombstones keep... the tombstones get in the way, and it summons many more of the skeletons that shoot massive lasers at you. Hopefully our frames will stop dropping now. I don't remember if there is something in these ruins or if it just leads to a catacombs. Yeah, item. Wow, dilapidated cured meat. I think it just leads to here. Windham. Most of the catacombs in this game after Liurnia tend to be dog doo-doo. They just get more inconvenient and more frustrating. Honestly, we picked up a Somber Smithing Stone 6. And I think... if it's already +6, then that's probably... Okay, so never mind. Hey, you see those holes in the wall? Yikes. Also, you get dozens of useless messages saying that there are invisible walls where there are, in fact, not. So it's just a pain. I do like these traps, though. The point where I really got sick of catacombs was there's one in the consecrated snowfields or the mountaintops of the giants that has like a whole separate section underground. I just at that point I didn't want to keep playing anymore. So there were a number, because one of them just had like Erdtree Burial Watchdogs just hanging around, just wandering the dungeon. Yeah. I didn't stop playing. Obviously, I finished the game, but like, I stopped exploring every single catacomb at that point because I was focused more on just beating the game. Kind of expected him to call down lightning, given that's kind of the vibe so far of this dungeon, but don't get me started on the frickin' heroes' graves, though. Like, every single one, except that very first one, is so annoying. Ow. This just needs one, so I guess we'll use one stone sword key to get in. I am really going to need to go buy a bunch of stone sword keys from merchants because we only have one left and we're going to need more. Okay. This place sucks. So I think the end game is to get down there. But we want to go have a conversation with that imp first. Crap. We do not want to have this fight here. Hey, join me, pals. Oh, it was too slow. Also, believe it or not... Oh, wait, no, it does deal damage. Okay. Cool. I was ready to make pity comments about pierce damaging, or pierce not damaging things made out of stone. This is why you always send the elevator back up. Doesn't look like there's anywhere to ride this guillotine to, so I don't think I'm going to. Just playing it safe. Trying not to get wrecked. And trying not to waste resources. Okay, so our runes are up there. Hey, pal. I don't think Lightning Spear is going to reach. And Lightning Strike isn't for sure. If I had the Madness Laser equipped, that might do it. Maybe let's start by saying hello to you. Cat bastard. I have a bow, I guess. Let's not use our fletched arrows. The lock-on is less effective than just targeting. Note the damage is going down as we push it farther and farther away. Arrows deal damage based on distance traveled. The closer you are, the more they deal. Okay. I believe that glow means one really big hit. It's an Ash of War that you can equip. A lot of people use it with the hammer to one-shot bosses. I don't actually know what it does, or what it's called. Got all those messages, actually helpful messages. Helpful, even if I don't know what their content says, but even if they are just saying, run straight at, like, anyway, some people say dumb messages. Even if they are, by having a message placed there, it still is helpful in saving lives. Ow. These crabs are probably going to die quickly, but hit hard. Give me your eggs. Give me your eggs. Thank you. Is this is gonna be really embarrassing if I'm misremembering. I think the freaking boss is at the top of the left here. Yeah. So we can rest first without worrying ourselves. We need about 10,000 souls before we can level up, so we're not going to try to pop runes for that. What have we got today? Lightning, you say? Ah. Ah. In Dark Souls mythos, stone is weak to lightning. I don't know if that holds true for Elden Ring. The stone scales of the dragons were peeled apart by gale or winds, lightning bolts. It would be pretty satisfying, but I don't think we need lightning. I think we're okay. Hey, bell bearings unlock shops or shop options at the Round Table Hold. So now we're able to buy Glovewort of levels 1 and 2. Okay, okay. So that's the catacombs here. It looks like there's a path through the mountain down this way. So I think we'll head there next, but I just want to make sure that we can't go anywhere on the right here. I'm tempted to leave a message up here just saying, oh, you should, congratulations on getting up here or something, but I think I will. Okay. Again, we don't like dying embarrassing death to fall damage, so we're gonna take a smaller jump down first. Just making sure. Doesn't look like there's anything here. Excuse me. These, I think, are the exploding scarabs. I know there are exploding scarabs somewhere, and I think there are some on Mount Gelmir. But we'll see. Here's another hero's grave coming up that requires a stone sword key to get in. Maybe even requires two, at which point we wouldn't be able to get in. Looks like it takes two. And unfortunately, only got one. Deathlight sucks in this game, let's be clear, but it's so much better than Dark Souls. You don't get cursed in this game. Oh, I do have to. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, don't tease me, Elden Ring. Tease me. Yeah? Just gonna drop a bunch of corpses from nowhere? In Dark Souls 1, if you die to Basilisk Curse or see the Scaleless Curse, your life total is fully halved until you can get a Purging Stone, which costs 2,000 runes, the closest merchant to the depths. So it's a real kick in the teeth compared to this game where you just die and then you go back to a site of grace. So let's stop by a bunch of merchants. You're not. I'm gonna talk to you, see if you've got anything for sale. Because most of the time we've passed up on stone sword keys for the sake of buying cookbooks and whatnot. I think Patches has a couple, so we can go to Volcano Manor as well. We could have just teleported to this place, but I didn't remember the direction we needed to go to. Orf.
But unusual to this aged.
Yes, 2 stone sword keys, please. I don't really want the traveler armor. Don't need eyes.
Have a safe.
Okay. I don't think this guy has any chat, but I don't think so.
Not everyone can tell how good my wares are.
I reflexively almost bought that, but it's clearly not a stone sword key. Actually, I like those gloves, so we'll buy those. I currently am vibing with our outfit as such, but you never know when you're going to want something different. I'm pretty sure this merchant only sells meat and cries. This guy might sell us a key or two.
Trade again.
I already bought yours, that's fine. You go southeast, not southwest. Also, what's this? Nice. Probably lightning something. Nope, we need to go northeast. Okay, glad we didn't die to that. Do you run away from this torch too? Or is it just the dogs? Looks like you don't care. Such nightmare fuel. Yeah, the delay on that is awful. I don't think mobs can kill NPCs, but why mess around with it? Why risk it? The Felly Lou's armor is pretty cool. I don't think I'll ever wear it. Oh. Good to know we can get it here, though.
Back unusual this age.
No, you actually didn't. Buy the ritual pod, though.
Have a safe.
And I think there's a merchant somewhere on this road. Could be wrong, we'll just take a quick peek. Is the finger reading prone? Oh yeah, that's the guy.
Ah, how nice of these.
I'll buy your preserving bolduses. And honestly, if you'll just straight up sell me fire arrows, I guess I will buy some. Okay, this guy might. We're gonna check at least. I don't remember. He's inconvenient to get to, but I think he's got at least one. And then I think, if my math is right, we've got about 6, which is pretty good for the time being. Ow. Oh, you're not even going to use the ladder. You're just going to run right off. Cool. I was ready to snipe you, but if you knew my game, I will respect yours.
Hello again, good customer.
Yeah. Definitely worth it. Dwelling arrows are just magical. So we could buy them, but I'd rather just use fire 80% of the time. Okay. Okay. Cool. So let's go do this. Dungeon. And then I forgot, or I have up to this point forgotten about the dungeon that needs a stone sword key at the beginning of the game. You go back down into the catacomb-esque area. Is this right? Is this right? I think so. At this junction. If you go back, there's another quick dungeon you can do that has an ulcerated tree spirit as the boss. It's also full of poison, if I'm remembering the dungeon correctly. Yeah, I wonder if that's normal for those guys just to drop in like that. Seven. Okay. Seawater Cave, not a hero's tomb, never mind. I feel like having a fire burning in this very small enclosed space would provide far more smoke than people could endure. They would have been smoked out a long time ago. That looks like poison. Boy, it is just one poison swamp after another today, isn't it? Hey pal. Do you wanna eat torch? Most, if not all, slimes are weak to fire in this game. They might not, like, my scythe was dealing good damage. Yeah, so I don't know if it's worth it to swap, but they'll be weak to fire. It seems just like it's the way back up. Hello. Here's the rat. Poison is unfortunate, but far from the most deadly affliction in this game. And having been poisoned, it becomes much easier to explore poison areas, so you don't have to worry about being poisoned further. Yeah. You always have to check. I think there is a cave somewhere, or a invisible wall somewhere in this cave. Maybe we should have gone to Mount Gelmir first, because it seems like everything here dies much more easily than things we were struggling with in mainland Altus. Oh dear. So having rolled in poison, that means that once our poison clears, our clothes will be poisoned and we'll slowly accumulate it more, even if we're not standing in the swamp. So I'm going to use soap and it will clear clear that particular buildup, which is very helpful. I don't know what a critical hit on a flower looks like, but I suspect it wouldn't be quite like that. We got the mushroom armor, which is very good at poison resist. In this game, robustness is the stat that governs how quickly you get poisoned. And that also, I believe, affects Scarlet Rot. So that armor is very good for dealing with the Scarlet Rot Lake. That shows up later. Let's take America here. Very comforting. Very nice. Oh no. And maybe that's why they put the stake there. Let's be a little more cautious in planning our falls. A little more discreet. Discreet is not what I mean. I mean discretionary, I think. I don't know if that would mean the same thing. Let's go up first. Hello. Is it just the two pests? I guess they're souped up. Satisfying. Oh, okay, I was gonna say. Exultation. Exultation. They are exulting. The Kindred of Rot's celebration, perhaps. I think that boosts pest sorcerer, pest incantations. No, okay. I think you can cheese that too, but okay, all right. I think it's just a little cliff up here. Let's get this item though. I'm remembering that we ignored an alternate path when we approached the shaded castle. So let's go back and investigate that real quick. I think the site of grace is at the bottom of the lift here, so we're gonna have to wait for it to come back. Just in case, I'm going to send this back down in case we need to teleport back there or if we get killed. But there was the spirit spring that we disregarded. And apparently you. Oh boy, glad we came back to that golden room 3. Okay, so let's go high first. There's that illusory manor. It's really high. Oh, okay, so this just brings us up to here. That's helpful. That's convenient, I guess. Right, yeah, fitting. We want to deal with these slimes. They're inconvenient more than anything. I don't... Part of me wants to believe that, oh, maybe they hid the staircase underneath one of these giant slimes. But I have a hard time believing that that will be the case. You're not very weak to fire. You seem pretty weak to bleed. Zully the Witch has a amusing video about a bug that made it into the 1.0 and was patched, where these specifically the bleed dogs, I believe, had a bug where the trigger that would prevent bleed from stacking too much in one attack was turned off. And so when they hit you, because they hit you multiple times in one chain, when they hit you, it would be applying basically max bleed instantly multiple times in a row, and that kills people. But they did the math about exactly how much damage it deals, and it was kind of amusing. The Bloody Helix is kind of fun. Obviously a bleed heavy, I believe it's a rapier. Either a rapier or a curved sword. Let's meander north a bit, just to see if there's anything on this stretch. I don't think there are any caves or anything. There might be errant loot. This sad pumpkin head. Chain link flail, that's kind of fun. Hey, we can rob this. Rip. Nice. Oh dear. We like tabards. Oh, hey. Yeah, let's not die here. Oh, without a good reason, at least. Another chain link flail. We can see. Yeah, not great AoE potential compared to basically every sorcery ever. Oh, we should also go talk to Thorin. Presumably he has found the gold mask and is studying at his feet. Jeez, let me get a hit in, please.
We meet yet again. Thanks to you, I have become acquainted with the noble Gold Mask himself, and taken my place by his side, as you can see. Have no fear. I will still teach you incantations as before, though we must do so quietly, such that we not disturb the great master's cogitation.
Discus of Light. It's kind of good, but we're not spending 4 levels on intelligence to use it.
The master is always deep in contemplation, while I frantically attempt to record his wisdom, the movement of his finger. And though I am yet to comprehend even the daintiest morsel of his wisdom, I know that this is my life's calling. The Golden Order has bestowed me, talentless as I am, the great duty of documentarian. May the Golden Order shine through you.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure there's a site of grace here. And we can... Yeah, we might as well just go along here. We've only got 1 flask of Crimson Tears left, so we're going to go jump down the rest of the site of grace at the bottom here. I guess that Spirit Spring is probably the best way down, but we should be able to get down here. Hey. Okay. That's the story here, friends. Just standing and listening to the guy with the torch. Ow. Yeah, we saw that one coming. Trying to hide that he did a murder. Ah. Okay. Let's go do some of those detours that we mentioned earlier here, because there's if I'm remembering right. No, this is where the Falling Star Beast crater is, I think. But let's go take this guy out. Because after the first one, everyone starts giving us their homework. And then there's a lot we can go take care of. And then let's go do that earlier dungeon. It's nice to visit starter areas and just enjoy being strong again. Visiting and enjoying, I guess, would be the proper parallelism. But also, it's probably nice to visit and enjoy. To visit and to enjoy. Anyway, words. This guy has a magma attack that he does, I believe. That's kind of annoying. Or it's the guy we fought here originally that had that, and this guy just does that gravity gimmick. Sounds about it. Still haven't used a single gosh darn rune arc. I haven't needed to. You get their armor after you beat them, which is the best part of beating them.
You've completed your task. I am pleased. Now you are a recusant true, and a full-fledged member of the Volcano Manor. This is your reward, as promised. Never forget
sorcery
that the recusant fights to tread the path of the champion. The way is tainted, but for this very reason, it is the true path to valor. Now you are a recusant. I am pleased. You are a... I am
You're not gonna give me
pleased.
more? Okay, that's fine.
So, you've blooded your sword in the hunt. Then I shall introduce myself once more. Banal. A recusant, just like you. Recusants have particular battle arts, styled to our methods of slaughter. Why not add some to your repertoire? You've come to understand now, eh? To take power and make it his own, the recusant must hunt his own kind. To raise the flag of revolt against this sanctified pillaging, we recusants must become the most wretched of predators. All you can do is laugh. Well,
Have you ever any strange sounds here at the manor? Something beyond the walls? Like breathing or slithering scales? Oh, Fi, what am I saying? It just isn't possible. I must be tired.
Well, actually, Ryan, now that you mention it, not here. It's in the other room. There's this whole secret passage back here with, wouldn't you know it, slithering snails. There's another video, I believe, that talks about this wall in particular. Where it's bugged, but if you hit it, I think it was 100 times, it will actually disappear. Again, Zulu the Witch made a video on it. To create Perfumer Carmine. It's a specific ash, which is cool. Better than the basic Perfumer ashes. I think technically Volcano Manor does qualify as a legacy dungeon. It just doesn't feel like it because it's A, so, oh jeez, ow. A, so open, and B, the boss as such is, there is a portal to get to Rykard there, but the easiest way to fight Rykard is to just play along with Volcano Manor. Play along with Tanith and whatnot. Let's go get those runes.
Someone please kill him. That horrendous serpent. Praetor Rykard. You're tarnished. Here to put the demigods to the sword. Then please, kill the great serpent. The one that devoured Praetor Rykard. I left the serpent slaying spear in the Lord's chamber. Worthy Tarnished. Brandish the spear and run him through the great serpent. That unspeakable monstrosity. Praetor Rykard's ambitions, though blasphemous, marked him a worthy sovereign, but they were reduced to gluttonous depravity once he gave himself to the serpent. Whatever that thing is, it is no longer Praetor Rykard. Someone must kill him. Worthy Tarn. It is the run it through.
Cool. He talks very slowly, so I got a little impatient. We'll go back. If you saw that out of the corner of your eye, we'll go back and experience that little surprise later. Bloodhound Knights are a pain. Because they move really fast. Hence Bloodhound Step is such a meaningful PvP ability. Yep. So this is formally the start of the volcano part of Volcano Manor. And we're not gonna truck with it right now. We've got other things to do first. So talk to Patches and get his assignment for him.
Ah, hello. What impeccable timing. This is for you. You're new here at the manor, but if you complete the request, you can improve your standing. Relax. We're old friends. Time's come to pass the torch, right? Go on, break a leg then.
Thanks, Patches.
Now you are. I am
Okay. Having gone back there now, look who it is. Do you recognize that cloak?
Brave Tarnished. What is your business here? I'm afraid this is not a guest room. What's that peculiar look upon your face? Goodness, am I still a serpent? Oh, how dreadful. How dreadful indeed. Oh, forgive my distress. I ought to be thanking you for treating me as usual. Despite this appearance, Brave Tarnished, this is my true form. My real name is Zarias. Please forgive the deception. Do understand. This duplicity is my own doing. Lady Tanith speaks no falsehoods. And the Volcano Manor is just as it seems. Lady Tanith is my mother. I am told I was born by the grace of a glorious king. That my mother cherishes this form I inhabit. I am proud of what I am. But people are cruel. If they saw my true form, they wouldn't speak to me. And so I assume a guise when seeking new recruits. But you are not like the rest. My serpentine form and the name Zarias were secrets, known only to Lady Tanith and I. Now I share the secrets with you as well. Please keep them safe from anyone else. My serpentine form.
So yeah, she's secretly been a snake the whole time. Not in the deceptive sense, but in the literal sense.
It's you, is it? I'm terribly sorry. But would you mind giving me some time to myself? I haven't achieved anything at all thus far. Even though I've dirtied my hands time and time again, I'm still yet to achieve anything. Perhaps I am a fool after all. No, it's worse than that. As things stand, I've given up on the path of revenge and sullied the name of my house. What an easy mark I must have been. How did it take me so long to realize, honestly? There's just no end to my foolishness, is there? Perhaps I am a fool after... No, It's worth an easy
The
mark.
first step is admitting that, Dialos, though. That's the
You
first step.
steal a lot.
So proud of you,
Wow.
bud. Proud of you. Okay. We didn't do this last time. We didn't do this the previous time. We have one more thing that we need to go take care of. You can come up here and you get invaded. You can see all the bloodstains. Because if you get caught by the guy, he'll hit your heart. Many, many times. Jeez. Jeez. Oof. Ouch. Oof, my bones. That wheel weapon is the method that Zulila used to discover that it was 100 hits that made that particular wall disappear. Yeah. Very quick to kill you, as mentioned. I'm very lucky that that got off before he got close. I mean, truly though, like, what am I doing getting close to this guy? He's just gonna walk aggressively towards me. I can just zap him with a lightning spear. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, let's level up. And then I think let's go to Mount Gelmir and continue along that path. Here. Yeah, so here's one of the requests. Here's another one. And again, we'll deal with those some other time. We've got about 2 hours, and so it should let us get through a lot of Mount Gelmir. And maybe we'll conclude stream by going back to that cave in the beginning. Knock me off my high horse, why don't you? Just gonna let these guys fight it out. I don't really care to get involved. there another invader here? Ah, it's Our Lady. It's your girl, Anastasia. She invades you at least one other time, for sure. I don't know why, but YouTube is telling me that I'm getting disconnected from chat. So apologies if you are saying anything. Viewers, I can't see it. It doesn't seem like the internet is having issues, so I'm thinking it's probably just a YouTube problem. But frankly, I never know, because YouTube is not forthcoming about when they have problems. But anyway, okay. So I believe we go here, and then you loop all the way around through this section. You cross over to here. You can go up over here too, and then you cross up to here, cross up to here, and then that's when you get to Volcano Manor. Pretty sure Comet Azur is right here, so let's go this way. It also, I believe, if I'm hearing it right, just started raining outside, and so there's this slim possibility that my internet is being spotty for elements of the connection, and that's why YouTube is being useless. Man, we went and bought all those stone sword keys, and for what? We just had to look literally 3 feet away. Nasty. And we'll never know what that guy dropped. I'm pretty sure one of the guys, the fire prelates, that does a Smough impression, Smough of the classic Ornstein and Smough, is in here. Yep. I have no idea how you say that word. The double D probably is a TH sound, based on Blythe and the one character in Fire Emblem Three Houses whose name has a double D. Nice. Crozier, anyway. Yeah? Who are the Russian fools? Who are you talking to? I'll survive. I swear it. I'll Soon be back at the Volcano Manor. I guess that guy stole what was in the chest and felt really proud of himself for it. And it looks like we're not supposed to get around the perimeter. I think we're just gonna head out. Yeah, go figure. Walking into a fire isn't going to go well for a horse. Okay. Ah, yes, yes, yes. I just don't want to deal with this guy, so we're gonna get freaking murdered while I ring my little bell. We'll do that smarter next time we try. Thank you, Steak America. Okay, so if you're just gonna start off charging, let's dodge the charge first. And we'll drop Latenna here. Oh no, not between the trees. Oh. Again, the Winnie means that you'll have that pop-up say, or pop-up asking if you wanted to resummon because Torrent actually died rather than just dismounting. There we go. Thanks for standing upright. You're really helping my damage dealer. Okay, when I say damage dealer, she's dealing very little, but she is dealing damage. Cool. Is that a round friend shape on the horizon?
good lady. What business might you have in such a place as this? I hardly think you're here to temper yourself with flame, considering that fleshly form of yours. Your timing, though, is impeccable as ever. I've been making just the thing for you on my journey here. Take it. I'm sure it'll suit you to a T.
Nice.
But, it's hardly more than lukewarm here. I won't be able to temper my body such that it'll never crack again. Perhaps I'll head eastward. There's an old saying I've caught wind of. Above the lofty clouds, the icy giant's peak doth soar. Here lieth the flame of ruin, which ever burning roars. Perhaps I'll head... There's an old saying above the...
Believe it or not, we'll head there soon eventually ourselves. So you can see the statue is glowing. That means something with enough force to break it is nearby. I'm pretty sure it's a rune bear. Pretty sure there's a bear up on that ledge. And we are going to go cook it. Hello, Mr. Bear. Just barely. Just barely. Need you to aim a little better, Mr. Bear. You gonna ignore me? Let's see how it is. Poke number 2. Ow. Oh no. A very lucky timing on that torrent mount. Yeah, come on, come on. Hey, thanks, Mr. Bear. Please let me loot my prize. I'm pretty sure it stays open even if we die, but I'd rather not risk it. Ow. Hey, 3 smithing stone 6s. Definitely worth the hassle. It tore down the tree. I wonder if it can break down the house. That'd be pretty cool. I'm also wondering if the bear will help at all fighting the demi-humans around here, but I'm guessing not, especially if we rest. Okay, 30 strength puts us at the level of using the Golden Halberd. Currently, obviously, it's unupgraded, and so it'll deal markedly less than our currently equipped weapon. And it doesn't have blood loss buildup. But we have the smithing stones, so next time we're at the round table hold, we can upgrade it and see if it's going to be a competitor. It'll have a little bit more reach than the scythe. Plus, I think it has higher holy scaling in general. Which, you know, against a lot of the things in Leyndell is not the most helpful, but... I think this is also a place you can go to get blood for Varia's questline. I don't know that for sure. You're beautiful. Very important. Poor Bach has self-esteem issues. Okay, we'll top off before we go over here, because a bunch of annoying people. I think it's easiest to kill the ads first before trying to go after the thing. Demi-human queens are also a debate as to whether mounted or dismounted is easier. Memory stone, that's good. And Comet Deserter. So that kicks off Sellen's quest line, I believe. So let's go stop in and say hello.
There you are, my apprentice. Shall we commence the lesson? What's this sorcery, my apprentice? Ah, then you have seen Master Azure. Master Azure was a founding Glintstone sorcerer, and my first teacher. A stern judge of men. But he must have seen something in you. You make us both proud. We can speak more later, my apprentice. If you recall, I was exiled from the Academy of Rea Lucaria. It was for attempting to restore the primeval current of Glintstone sorcery. The toothless pedantry peddled by the Karian royal family can rot for all I care. I want Glintstone sorceries that open our minds, unbound by terrestrial taboos, no matter what we give in return. My apprentice, I presume nothing. Teacher and student are not bound to tread the same path. But hear me out, my apprentice. I need your help to restore the primeval current of Glintstone sorcery. Perhaps this is a journey we could take together. Splendid. I thank you. This pleases me. It's been far too long since I found a fellow kindred spirit. You must have a fabulous teacher. I need your help, my apprentice. Master Lusat is another founding Glintstone sorcerer. And like Master Azure, he was banished from the academy. Now he languishes in prison somewhere. My apprentice, can you find Master Lusat? With this Glintstone key, you should be able to cross the boundary that encloses him. I need him to restore the primeval current of Glintstone sorcery. He's nigh a child of the stars. Such is his body now. After his expulsion from the academy, I heard that Master Lusat returned to his home, a place called Celia in the eastern Caelid wilds. Thinking about it, I obtained the Glintstone key I gave you from a Celian sorcerer. It wouldn't be too much of a leap to suppose he's still cooped up nearby.
So he is like right here. And I don't feel like going and doing that cave because it's a bit of a pain. But now we can progress Sellen's quest line. So we'll do that probably next week, depending on how bored we get with the current things that we're working on here. I forgot, everything wants to kill me right around Sellen's cave, so let's run away real quick. We can peep the crater caused by killing Radon. Let's go continue exploring Mount Gelmir. Again, we have about an hour left, so hour and 20 minutes. We should be able to wrap up a lot of Gelmir and then maybe a couple other places in Altus. Now, if my memory serves, this is where we get the, I believe it's Ordovis Greatsword, which is another faith strength weapon that we could consider using. It was my last semester of college when the Elden Ring network test came out, and so I was desperate for any kind of entertainment. And so I spent a lot of time watching various content creators' videos on the network test. And the Ordovis Greatsword is one of my favorite weapons to see them use. The beast eye is quivering, which makes me think maybe this isn't where you get it, because you get it from beating a Crucible Knight. And usually Crucible Knights are not also repositories of Deathroot. But we'll see. It's in one of the heroes' graves for sure. I hate these places so much, though. So all of these, not all, most of the heroes' graves have walkways like this. And when I walk out, something's going to fall down from above. I think in front of us, not behind us. And we're going to have to run. Oh, you can see it in the distance there. It's coming up. Now, most of these, there's a way to kill them. I don't think they're instant kills if you get hit by them, but they deal enough damage that it functionally might as well be an instant kill. So usually there's a lever of some kind. In one of these places, there's a bundle of pots that you shoot down. So you can see that there are cross beams down here. I'm try to land on one. First try is pretty good. Casting a spell, I'm not going over the edge. So maybe that's, I don't know, like last week or 2 weeks ago I was talking about it. Maybe casting a spell is what you don't fall off edges doing. Yep, bunch of cool armor. Excuse me. I think this is the foot of the ramp, so maybe I just shortcut it a bit. Ha! Yeah, that's down there. Hide in here, except this guy's in here too. Scowy. Totally chill but wants to toast more of my enemies. That's a great function for a trap. I'm just gonna say, of course there's someone in here. Two someones even. Brave Bloodwort 6 is good. I want Ghost Bloodwort. We're gonna try to keep upgrading Latenna. Please lock on, thank you. Okay, so then this is back up where we were. This is a risk. It's a stupid risk because you move really slow in lava. I think you just fall down. You either fall down or you can't move quickly enough until you can destroy the chariot to get down there. You don't take so much damage that you immediately die from magma in this game. You can see it's a pretty reasonable decay considering that you're walking in magma. Again, there's usually some lever or some trap that you interact with that breaks the chariots. I don't think it'll kill me in the corner here. Oh boy. Just gonna chug real quick. Chug again. Ah, so bad. Rookie mistake. Okay, take two. With, 30,000 souls on the line. Runes. Whatever. The real question is, what do the skeletons get out of trying to kill people on these tracks? Is it just one of the few things that the undead can do to entertain themselves, is make other people dead? Okay, so we went up there, our runes are up there. We'll let it go down, Then we'll run up, get our runes, and come back here. Oh no, gotta be on this side. Oh, please don't. I didn't ask quickly enough for it not to kill me. How could it have known that I didn't want to die? Communication is key in these kinds of relationships. I don't remember if there is a ring in this game, like in Dark Souls 1. There's the iron shackle that makes it so you can move through deep water at normal speed, and lava functioning the same as deep water. It'd be nice if there was. Oh, I love the arrows that just curve slightly to follow you. Apropos of no magical or scientific development that is visible based on the shot. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna equip our holy pots again, because they're very good at killing the shade people. Oh dear. Please don't kill me. Normally, holy damage stuns them hard. Get one more heal off, and then we'll attack again. Okay. Oh, bastard. Oh, that one hit. Okay. Normally it like staggers them to hit them with a holy water pot, but guess not. And I did not consider that the scythe is dealing holy damage, so I should have just attacked it and not worried about the holy pot. Okay. So that's where we fell down from initially. There is no shot at getting down quickly enough there, I don't think. We'll take another look. This chariot doesn't have a rider on it. That might be what you do. This is a stupid risk. Yeah. There's one that you're supposed to jump on top of. I'm pretty sure I remember that. We only have one flask left, so there's no way we can heal tank our way through. It stops for so long. It just makes me wonder. Again, I don't see evidence of the ability to remove this one. There's nothing up there, right? Oh, maybe we fall down onto it from up there. That, I think, makes sense, and that goes along with the fact that we can drop down on the side here really quickly, really quickly. Oh no, we missed. Panic. Panic. Fear is the mind killer, as they say. Okay, but we can fall down up there more rapidly, and then because that's probably why it stops for so long, is because we're supposed to fall down on top of it. Of course, we're going to want to pick up our 50,000 souls at this point, but this is why I hate these places. They're so inconvenient and so long compared to other catacombs or other just caves. Like, I'm already sick of it. You hear me? Please don't die. Okay. Huh. We got the first fall, though, and that's what counts. Okay, so where did our souls... Okay, they're up there. Yeah, we might as well heal rather than use a flask, right? Okay. It's going to run down, and it'll hang out there for a while. So we'll grab these. And we'll walk all the way down around here and fall straight rather than fall in a line. I don't think he's going to aggro, so we're just going to climb and not worry about it. Yeah! Frickin' stupid, frustrating gimmicks. We'll let it turn around and start going before we jump off. Thank you for just opening and not requiring me to pull a lever somewhere. And then there is a Stake America here, so we're set. Goodness gracious. Red Bull for the champion? What are you doing down here, doggy? Surely you're not going to drop that fruit. good old Sif spin. We're about to heal, which is good. Yeah. One last hit. Thank you. Finally, we can get out of here. Okay, it's probably in the chest here. Maybe the wolf was set here to guard the death root. Okay, so yeah, not the grave I was thinking, but still a hero's tomb that is a pain in the butt. Okay. We press on. Hello, dwarfs. Oh? Oh, my game crashed? Elden Ring crashed? That hasn't happened to me in a long time. Wow. Wow. As long as it's saved. It saves every time you teleport. It saves every time you do a lot of things. As long as we didn't just lose the inconvenience of surviving that stupid tomb, we're golden. We're fine. It's fine. We're fine. Yeah, no joke. Okay. Okay. Stats look right. Maybe I won't be so cavalier in attacking the poor board. You have glowing eyes, though, which is a death sentence in Elden Ring. 2,000 runes for one swing is pretty good. Pretty good value. Can I get up here? Maybe not. I think you can climb up inside of those towers. Or from right here. Ugh. Holy bow. That's kind of cool. I think these are the madness people. But could be wrong. No one is glowing in the eyes. Oh, is that the side of grace we already had? No, it's glowing like it's not. Did I just miss that ladder? I guess I did just run through here and not want to deal with the abducted virgins. So I guess I did just miss that ladder. Crazy. Okay. So again, we're going to keep greeting for the moment. I really want more endurance. Both so I can perhaps wear cooler pants than the ones with these sandals, and so that I can just freaking dodge more. Oh, I can discounted. Foolish. Foolish. I don't know how high we'll go on endurance, but we'll probably keep pumping it until we start dying again. And then we'll wind for a bit, and then we'll put more points into vigor. Honestly, when we go back to Altus Plateau, or Leyndell proper, that's probably when we'll start doing more vigor. Sad dwarf. I too feel somber about that smithing stone. Okay, so I know there's the really tall ladder there. Here's you, you prick. So much easier fighting all these guys on Torrent, though. You can just avoid any of its big chains by riding away. Yeah? Yeah, Torrent? You want to come out now? Thank you. Okay. Okay, now we're dropping actual stream frames, so maybe the internet is having issues with the weather outside. Or maybe my roommate started downloading something, one of the two. Okay, looks like we're stabilizing. Sorry for the inconvenience, but my Wi-Fi connection is not the best. I have yet to take the time, money, and effort to set up, or attempt to set up a cable connection. Yeah? There's at least one, like, secondary route up these ladders. Lets you drop down and gather some loot, but I don't know if I'm going to care because I'm already annoyed by all these marionette soldiers.
customer. Yes, right this way. Right this way.
I don't have much money for you,
Hurry,
but
please, I'm hungry.
I'll buy your cookbook. Hey, we can buy the armor that we're wearing. We can sell a couple of runes for the stone sword key. Here, I think, is where all the madness people are. Yeah. Who's still in combat with me, huh? Why can't I check my map? The assault on Volcano Manor, the squalid, the sick, the blasphemous, a wretched, unending war with no glory. Someone is still angry at me, so I can't check my map. We're gonna go back and run through there after we activate the Grace, because we don't want to have to climb up those ladders again. And up there is a Falling Star Beast that we're gonna go kill afterwards. Finally, if this takes a sufficient amount of time, we'll go back to the beginning and we'll go through that dungeon again, just to wrap up the series of poison swamps in this game that we have access to for now. The volcano cave, the solitary cave associated with the volcano. Wow. What a rare privilege. If you spend less time screaming, you might also spend less time dying. Just putting it out there. This is probably just going to be a nightmare of a cave to go all the way around through. So before I drop down to a place I can't get easily back out of, let's go down other pathways. Or at least investigate other pathways. And this is probably just the walking route to get back up. Yeah, okay, cool, whatever. Hey, don't knock me down. That's not a shield. That's a shield. Cool. Okay. This is probably just the way back up. Yep. Short cave. That's something to its credit. Attempt at using sorcery did not last long, Margot. That was pretty cool. And the jar cannon. A fun, mean weapon. Cool. Let's go die to a falling star beast for a hot minute, shall we? I think we beat that other one, right? We beat the one outside of Leyndell. If not, we have a date with that guy again, too. But I think we did it. I think we used Lieutenant and managed to do it. Just gonna rest to this side of Grace real quick to A, replenish our flasks, and B, make sure that we respawn here when we inevitably die. I don't think there's anything around the side here. Just a few nascent butterflies. Yeah, immediately knocks me off the horse. That's a good sign. And massive, massive damage for a little fling of rocks on Latena. So we gotta make sure we can hold aggro a little. This might be a good time, frankly, to ignore Latena really quick, jump back down, and let's go upgrade a blunt weapon. We've recently acquired a number of good heavy-hitting strength blunt weapons. We can use the Troll's Hammer, Great Club if we want to still do holy damage. Watchdog's Staff is too heavy. This is too heavy technically. Most of them are technically too heavy still. But we can two-hand them. We'd also just upgrade the brick hammer. Excuse me. I think we'll do the Troll's Hammer. No. Let's just do the Great Stars. If it still deals blood loss buildup, and it also deals strike rather than any kind of pierce. Good for me.
Greet, are you here for spirit?
We'll see if we can upgrade Lieutenant a little bit. We're gonna upgrade Lieutenant a lot.
Well, I took you no matter how you're out.
We will need to fund this endeavor. I'm almost out of raisins. Short on smithing stone 2s. Not to worry. I got class. Hello, ladies. I can buy more somber smithing stone 2s. Normal smithing stones, whatever.
Back over no matter.
Oh, we don't have smithing stone 3s though. Okay, well, we'll give it a try. Alternatively, I guess we can check. If any of them upgrade with somber weapons, we could, or somber smithing stones, we could try those. The Watchdog staff, but we're too low on strength for it. Okay, we'll try this. And if it turns out poorly, that's okay. We expected to die. Nope. Wonderful. Excellent. 10 out of 10 performance on our part. Okay, that's about the same amount of damage that the scythe is doing. We could go try to upgrade the halberd. And see, like, it's going to deal similar type of damage, but it might just deal more if it's a better weapon. Torrent gets knocked down the moment we get hit, so I don't think it's worth trying to fight on Torrent. I think it's better just to try this. Let Lieutenant deal the consistent damage while we deal chip while we can, and maybe to bleed proc. Oh, that was so lucky. Don't charge after Lieutenant Man. Come at me. Yep. Good boy. Good boy. No, don't hit Lieutenant with that. No. No. Good. Hit me. No. Yep, okay. That sucks. There goes our damage. The delay on that tail is so bad. Yep. That's not good. Okay, let's try that again, except instead of summoning Latenna and getting hit right at the beginning, let's not get hit right at the beginning. We could also try lightning striking it, lightning spearing it. That might deal more damage. Hey, Torrent didn't go down in one hit there. She's also dealing magic damage, so we might even try to, like, use items or something that deal magic damage. Or we can use our bow and try to use magic arrows. Yep, I think Torrent's actually dead, so that's rough. No, don't try to Latenna. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Dang it. Okay. Okay, that's a good amount of damage. I don't think we have enough FP to sustain that. But it's probably a good way to help keep aggro. Yep. I mean, maybe we even boldly go so far as to allocate more flasks so we can deal more lightning damage. Because that's not bad. Ow. Rip. Rip. Yeah, that's going to take years. Rip. Okay. Frankly, this is going poorly enough and taking long enough that I think we're going to be better served by trying to keep Latenna alive better. This is the way down to Volcano Manor. So we'll just jump down here. I was genuinely too lazy to run around the other side and jump down the way we came in from. It's taking longer this way. I know that. I promise I understand that. This was the bad decision. However, hard to go back when you can't get back up from where you jumped. Okay. So let's try allocating a bunch of magic flasks and try this again. Because if we can keep aggro and keep Latenna alive, I think Lightning Spears plus Latenna can kill it. So let's get the charges done. Yeah, you're having a little tanty, you're fine, you're having a good time. Summon Latenna. Hey bud, hit me with those, please. Rip, 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 rip. Nice. And if we get the headshot too, that's even more damage. Yeah. Slow moving area of effect. Crap. Let's not get grabbed by that. Let's heal Torrent real quick. Ha! Oh no. Hey! We will take the critical hit. Two, and then the big one. Stick a lightning spear up the bum. Ow. Yeah, when we get the full charge lightning strikes, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. Oh, when we couldn't get up. We couldn't get back up. But that is proof of concept. That definitely will work if we just don't get greedy and don't get killed by that double charge. That's you know how we said not get greedy and whatnot. Hey, 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 leave her alone. Hey. Man. Jeez. Nope. Come on, Latenna. Good job being short. Okay, are we far enough away? Okay. We'll heal both. Okay, bad. Rip. And that's Latenna dead. I don't know if I've ever seen it do that before. It's pretty cool. And no, I didn't want to heal. Guess we'll pick up our 1800 runes. I don't know if we have enough damage with just our light and spears at this point. Get out of the way. Lose our last Crimson class. I can circle all day, my guy. Okay. That is the last of our magic. But hopefully we can bonk at least a little bit successfully. And we can just freaking shoot him a little too. It doesn't deal much, but when we can't get close, better than nothing. And the critical to finish it off. Hey! Thank you, Latenna, for dealing a lot of that damage. Fallen Star Beast Jaw, that's cool. And we already kind of explored the area antecedent to Volcano Manor as we were trying to get the map fragment. So I think we're just gonna go make sure we can finish that beginning dungeon. So we'll go back to the first step. Oh, we definitely want to re-equip our properly upgraded weapon. I guess we could have just teleported here. Okay, you get poisoned. There's not much you can do about it. We did get the poison armor we could wear that might protect us, but it's just not worth it. Scowy. Okay, so you see those pots hanging from the ceiling? Once we get down to that section, it's possible to shoot them down and kill the chariot. Okay, so the goal is to be up on that ledge. That'll give us the best shot. But I don't know how to get up there. Thank goodness that was not a lethal fall. Yep, thank you. Just feeling a little cold today, actually. Real quick, we're just going to go down that other path. There are messages down there, so presumably you can get down there safely. Shoot! I should have suspected something, for sure. But boy, head empty, just walking along to get some loot. Ugh! Again, just resting to make sure. Usually I think you teleport, or you respawn back at the one you teleport to, but just making sure. Do we think it's a hero of the fringe folk who is buried here, as in a specific group of people? Or is it a fringe folk hero? Folk hero with only mid-tier notoriety and not part of the mainstream heroes that's buried here? So maybe we run down to here. And we bait it to come all the way down and around. Maybe it won't bait. Hasn't followed us yet. Sometimes there are two, as we saw in that other grave. So they're trying to suggest that we can use the chariot to kill it, but Banished Knight's not a huge fear. Not at this point, at least. The Dragon Communion Seal, if we ever want to do dragon sorcery or incantations. Pretty good. Okay, hi bud. Glad you can make it. You know, we were missing your presence. You always have such stellar insights. That looks bad, so we're not gonna do any pursuing down that way. I'll bite. Oh, we forgot to reallocate our flasks. We'll have to do that next time we race. Okay. So we'll want to go back and get our runes at some point. There's a stake here. It could be famous last words here. I'm fairly confident against a tree spirit. It is scarlet rotted, which is a downside, but here's the lead. Can we get the critical too? Yes. Okay. Not last words at the very least. Okay. We'll return to the entrance, and let's go see if we can get those runes back. Note that we only got like 10,000 runes from that, because this is technically a Limgrave boss, Limgrave / Liurnia, that we just fought very late. Hi, bud. And we get something if we do kill the chariot. I do know that. I just don't remember what. We might have to figure that out next week, though. Uh-oh. Okay. There's another level down that we could go to. And I wonder if that leads to the ledge where we can So, right. So, if you ever don't want to deal with these, you can always just shoot them. And any damage will trigger them. So yeah, if you have a line of sight, you can activate them from range by shooting. Okay, so let's run and get our runes and then just jump down, I guess. Come on, fam. Let me just pick up my runes. Thank you. Okay, so that's fatal. But the lip is down that side. We have two objectives, and I'm not sure if they connect to each other, so I think I'm just going to call it here, and we'll go get our runes next time. But yeah, good times. Thank you all for watching. Apologies again, YouTube chat was not functioning and kept disconnecting and reconnecting, and if you were saying anything, I apologize for not seeing it. Tomorrow, we'll be doing at least one more stream of Alabaster Dawn. They posted on Steam literally hours after we finished last week's stream and said that because of Gamescom next month, they will not be able to get their update out before September. So that will leave us with 4 weeks of 4 weeks of streams on Fridays where we can play another shorter game. I have a couple of things I'm going to float at the end of next stream for anyone who's interested, but that will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Monday, I have incepted the idea into my brother's head that maybe he wants to play Beast of Reincarnation, which comes out on Monday. And if he wants to play Beast of Reincarnation and he buys it, then it will be in our Steam family library. And therefore, I would love to be able to stream just the first few hours of Beast of Reincarnation on Monday. That's the hope. That's what we hope happens. If not, I don't know what we'll do. We might play Slay the Spire, we might play Rogue Core, we might play any number of other games. But that'll be Monday, 7 p.m. same time. Next week, next Thursday, Elden Ring again. We'll probably do Volcano Manor. I haven't firmly committed to that, but it seems like the most level appropriate thing for us to do. So we'll finish this Hero's Grave, do Volcano Manor, and then we'll start going to the Leyndell outskirts, / we'll go chase Ronnie's dreams in the catacombs below, or the Noxtella below the Limgrave. Cool. So, again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to like the video, feel free to subscribe to the channel, etc. Otherwise, it's going to be really hot this weekend if you live in the West, and I hope you manage to stay cool. Until we see each other again, bye-bye!